Hi guys, welcome to the video about the question what or how much is Bitcoin worth? How can we determine the price of a Bitcoin? What's the real value behind the Bitcoin? So there are many people saying Bitcoin has actually no intrinsic value, zero, there's nothing behind. It is not like gold-backed government currency, but I mean there is none around anymore. I think in the earlier times some of the government currencies were backed by gold. I think this has disappeared because they are printing too much money. And but I mean, of course, there are some things with real value. I mean, gold and silver, you can say, okay, you can do nice things with gold and silver, which you can't do with anything else. I mean, some of these nice pieces which you can buy at the jeweler, I mean, does make sense to make it in stainless steel. It's not the same. If you want to buy something really special, you have to buy it in silver or gold or something really, which is really rare. And a lot of people were used to say, gold and silver, they are used also in the industry. There are some things like in the manufacturing industry which can't be replaced by anything else. I mean, you have to have gold or silver to make some electronic devices working, but this is less and less the case. And I have read an article about that. Somebody said there is almost nothing left. There is almost no need for the industry to use gold and silver. So this has changed really heavily. And so the difference between gold and Bitcoin, which is called sometimes called the digital gold, is smaller and smaller. And the thing is actually that a lot of people are expecting that Bitcoin, the total market cap of Bitcoin will at some point be equal to the total market capitalization of the real gold, which is about I think 7 trillion if I'm not wrong. Of course, there are some market studies which are trying to determine the price of the Bitcoin with like supply and demand. That's the Bitcoin path to 1 million, the very famous stock to flow model. But I mean, it depends on it depends on the demand. If nobody wants to buy it, then of course then it has no value anymore. But I'm actually not talking about the value which it has at the moment, which is around 12,000. It could drop or go up. Most people expect it to go up something like this on the long term, but we don't know for sure. I mean, anyway, this is no professional financial advice. It's just me talking a little bit silly stuff on the internet. And I'm not talking really about price prediction, but I'm talking about real value, intrinsic value of Bitcoin. When you are talking to other people and they say, Bitcoin is nothing, it's just, it can be deleted, destroyed, this is nothing, it has no value. There are a lot of other things which actually have no value, and people like it, people believe in that, and they pay a lot of money. I mean, think about pieces of art, I mean paintings and so on from Picasso and those things, Mona Lisa. They are worth, some of these pieces are worth I think 100 million or even more. They don't have value in the industry, no, nothing. There's no usage. People just buy it and put it on a wall, or rather in a bank safe. But Bitcoin is more than just people believing in something and saying, yeah, it is rare, there are just 21 million, so if there are not more than 21 million, you have to have one, no matter what it costs, because there are more millionaires than 21 million in the world. So if every millionaire wants to have at least 1 million, that price will go up like crazy. No, it's not. It's absolutely not about this. It is about like really an intrinsic value, a real value, which is actually undoubtable, and this is the decentralization. I mean, the decentralized nature of the cryptocurrency, and especially Bitcoin, which is probably the most decentralized coin in the world. I mean, Bitcoin has been around for more than 10 years now, created by Satoshi Nakamoto, and at the beginning they were struggling a little bit with decentralization, but I have found like here there's one report about that. When you compare it from 2014 to 2019, the mining hash rate distribution, which you can see, these are the mining pools, and as you can see in 2014 that was crazy. I mean, you have to be careful when it comes close to 50% because of this 51% attacks which could happen. But I've heard some information about this 51% attacks, and especially with Bitcoin you probably would need much more than 51% of the hash rate, and for quite some time, and that's probably almost impossible to do, no matter if you have how much money or influence you have. Not even China would have the ability to do that. Not USA, not China, not India, not no other country in the world would probably have the possibility to do that, and that's crazy. I mean, a currency or like a value, a store of value which nobody can really control, not a single government or rich or company, rich people or whatsoever. That is crazy, and that has been growing. And I mean, something like this needs time. You cannot just create a Bitcoin number 2 and create it and you get it running and say after 2 months, now we are more decentralized than Bitcoin. I mean, it has to be the whole system has to be trusted. I mean, if you create something and after a couple of months, I mean, there is no trust, no belief into this system. But Bitcoin has been around for 10 years, super decentralized, no major attacks, breaches and so on. I mean, we know Mt. Gox, but that has been an exchange, that's total different thing. But the blockchain itself has always been super safe, and there is nothing comparable to this. That's actually the only alternate currency which has this decentralized nature and this market capitalization and everything. This is a unique thing. You can't just copycat and create something new or anywhere similar. I mean, if anybody tried to copy that, they could be sure that they will destroy the whole market if they were successful. I mean, with that, you can't be successful, because you would destroy not only the trust in Bitcoin, but also in the new coin or token or whatsoever, because everybody knew that Bitcoin was destroyed, and so wouldn't be any trust anymore into a new coin. So then everybody knows that. So nobody would ever try that. That would be totally stupid. That doesn't make any sense to do that. And I think most of the people are aware of that. So, and that's also the reason why we have these huge market capitalization of Bitcoin. We have this Bitcoin dominance at about 65% of the whole market cap, crypto coin market cap. That's only Bitcoin, and it's not even a super advanced blockchain. It's not super fast, it's not super cheap, it's not, but there is this super decentralization. There is this trust. There are so many people behind all over the world. I mean, some people even donate money to hire independent programmers to work on that, to keep it stable, and that's happening all over the world. So that this is the real unique thing. And if somebody says Bitcoin has no value like this, yeah, you hear this every time or all the time when people when price of Bitcoin goes down. Skeptics say Bitcoin, the cryptocurrency has no value, and same for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has no value, and that's totally wrong. People who are saying that, they have no understanding. They don't understand what's going on here. I mean, 20 years ago there were so many people saying, yeah, we don't need the internet has no value, the world doesn't need internet doesn't change anything. And now we are in 2019 and we see what internet has done. It has literally changed the whole world, at least when it comes to like information technology. It's almost impossible for any government to control the information, and this is good when we want to keep this world free and open. And yeah, I mean, money for everybody, I mean banking for everybody, and no censorship, no manipulation, no whatsoever. I mean, everybody who has earned hard-earned money, I mean, yeah, you want to keep it safe. You don't want to like a government to block or censor or whatsoever. I mean, we have crazy things. I'm not talking about third world country. I'm talking about Europe, USA, and so on. Now, as you can see, there are in the last couple of years there have always been banks blocking people from spending it on cryptocurrency, and that could be on anything else. I mean, banks could block you from spending your money from anything they don't like. When they are left, they could block you from spending it to companies who belong to right wing, and vice versa. I mean, you don't want to do that. You don't want that. I mean, this is really important that we have full accessibility to our hard-earned money and are free to spend it where we want. Of course, I'm not supporting illegal things like terrorism and crime, not at all, but this is absolutely not about that. I mean, they always have possibilities. They had possibilities with cash and Western Union and whatsoever. They always had the possibilities. Now when like criminals go to blockchain, of course they are looking for the best and easiest and most secure way to do that. But if governments would block cryptocurrency or try to block cryptocurrency, which they actually can't, then they are not preventing any crime or any kind of terrorism at all. They always have their ways. And yeah, I mean, back to the original topic, Bitcoin definitely has its intrinsic value, but it's something new, something which a lot of people do not understand. And yeah, if you have a discussion, it's always good to have good arguments to explain it to new people so they understand the sense or the intention and the value of Bitcoin. So that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.